Straight ahead on Newswatch 12 weekends, warmer temperatures mean greater fire risk. We'll take a look at a statewide battle today for fire departments, including right here in the Northwoods.
Plus, we've had a dry spell that will be interrupted by rain this week. I'll break that all down in just a few minutes.
And with spring now here, it's important to stick with those healthy habits. I'll explain why and more as your local news starts right now.
Your local news and weather from where you live. Newswatch 12 Weekend starts now.
With drier conditions, brush fires are more likely to happen, and officials are advising caution. That's our top story tonight. I'm Rachel Eiler. Earlier this afternoon, a brush fire broke out in western Oneida County near County Highway L in the township of Nokomis. Multiple fire agencies were called to the scene to contain that outbreak. According to officials, the fire was upgraded to a structure fire, which caused thick black smoke throughout the entire area. Residents are being advised to stay away until further notice. Meanwhile, the Wisconsin DNR did report a very high to high fire risk all across the state for today. The elevated fire risk is due to the combination of dry conditions and strong winds that were felt from 20 to 35 miles per hour. Fires can quickly become out of hand with these conditions. Burning permits are required for legal outdoor burning, They are free to obtain and can be obtained through the DNR's website or by calling 1-888-947-2876. And Andrew Kiefer is in with us to tell us a little bit about more of those fire conditions happening. We did have that fire risk, and now we're starting to see those cooler temperatures happen.
That's right, Rachel. Well, we are departing from high temperatures today in the 60s, which is about 20 degrees above average for this time of year. And tonight, we're only getting down to the 40s for your overnight lows, still about 20 degrees above our overnight average lows. So we have that combination of above average temperatures and those breezy winds that you felt today, and definitely heard in those trees rustling around that are making for those elevated fire risks. So right now we do have some clear conditions. There are more clouds on their way. We're probably going to stay dry for most of tonight with rain showers expected tomorrow. These will be really, really light and sporadic. More well-bodied rain will be coming your way on Tuesday, and more rain is coming on later on in the week with maybe some snow showers. So here we go, looking outside right now, watching the precipitation off to the kind of Wisconsin to Minnesota border coming our way, though this will probably stay dry in our area for most of tonight. Just a couple sprinkles coming on down and more clouds to start off your Monday morning. So here we go, looking at those temperatures for the rest of tonight. We're in the low 50s right now. Temperatures will be getting down to the low to mid 40s for the rest of your night. That average is at 19. I'll have you full weather in just a few minutes. Rachel?
Thank you, Andrew. A homicide investigation is currently underway following a shooting earlier this morning in Wausau. Police were dispatched around 2:30 a.m. to a residence in the 1300 block of North 9th Avenue in the city of Wausau for a report of a female who may have been shot. Upon arrival, they found the 30-year-old woman dead at the scene with that gunshot wound. Officers then made the arrest of 24-year-old Umberto N. Lowe in connection with the victim's death. According to officials, Lowe and the victim did know each other. He is set to appear in court tomorrow afternoon, where he could face preliminary charges of first-degree intentional homicide and felony bail jumping. Wisconsin is continuing to make progress in the fight against COVID-19 with vaccinations. A total of 2,333,528 doses of the coronavirus vaccine have been administered in Wisconsin as of today, with 48.7% of Wisconsinites age 65 and up fully vaccinated. Statewide, 14.7% of the population have been fully vaccinated. Here in our north central region, 13.3% of residents have completed the vaccine series. Meanwhile, 23% are still waiting to receive that second dose. And as vaccinations continue, daily infections are averaging around 400 cases per day in the Badger State, according to the Department of Health Services. Within the past 24 hours, 420 new cases were confirmed with 0 new deaths, so that's a positive. 97.8% of those cases have recovered. Spring is now kicking off. Health officials say it's a great time for people to take advantage of the warmer weather and fruit that starts blossoming into season. They add that during the winter time, people can fall into bad nutrition habits. They say one of the reasons is due to that less healthy meal options that people consume daily. They say celebratory holidays often also surround people with comfort food that might not be as nutritious, but the weather can also play an effect.
in Wisconsin, as the temperatures cool, it gets darker, we have this just natural inclination to slow down, to hibernate, if you will. And when we do that, we also seek those foods that may bring us the most comfort or warm feelings and warm on the inside.
But with that warmer weather now approaching, she all say it's easier to make nutrition a priority in the warmer weather. And the fresh produce available, she adds that picking food from gardens and farmer markets, people can be able to eat and have a fresher variety in food and also have more tasteful options. But they also add that people should be aware of store fruits and vegetables.
Frozen vegetables are actually healthier because they're picked at the peak ripeness and therefore flash frozen. So all of the nutrients are really captured at their best point in the growing process.
Vandewall warns that we might not know when fresh produce was picked at stores. She says that they may have been picked earlier and ripened chemically. The United County Fair held its first annual fundraising telethon back on Friday. The live Facebook event included music performances, history segments, and even educational weather segment from right here at WJFW. During that 12-hour event, business owners and the community members were able to donate money to help support the fair. In total, they raised $6,020. The fair is continuing to accept donations. You can donate to their secure PayPal account at paypal.me/OCFairWisconsin. Reading is a popular pastime for many people, but one local church is now making it easier for people to get a hand on those books. Joining us now live in studio is Georgina Fernandez. She brings us details. Georgina.
Rachel, officials say that reading can help break down hard topics for children to understand. A local church here in the Northwoods is hoping that by providing children and adults access to free literature surrounding diversity any time of the day to make those conversations a little bit easier to understand.
Is a little box that holds a world of stories. The Little Diverse Library, located right outside Our Savior's Lutheran Church in Merrell, provides readers of all ages free literature about diversity. The idea, organizers say, came after the death of George Floyd last May.
Seeing the clips on TV as close up as they were was so horrifying that I thought, what can we do here to make people work towards equality of justice for everybody?
It was their way of making a change.
It's not only to point out differences in other people, but to look at understanding ourselves, that when we're little, we grow up with biases that we don't even perhaps notice.
Full of memoirs, nonfiction, novels, and a range of youth literature, Mueller says the books help children break down the concepts of race and identity.
The books for children are like any other books that children would have, only the main characters are brown or black-skinned people, or they might be handicapped people.
And the variety of stories brings a chance to create open discussion about racial issues in America.
Try to help them to not grow up with the biases that so many of us did in our white communities.
But the books don't just focus on the U.S., but the way diversity is seen worldwide.
All around the world, there seems to be a group that is an outsider group, and that just understanding how large of a need this is to work towards equality of justice.
So far, organizers say that the library has been a big success, and not just with children, but also adults as well. They're currently almost all out of their adult literature. Rachel?
Thank you, Georgina. Well, whether you like pancakes, waffles, or French toast, I particularly prefer waffles, you can never go wrong with maple syrup. And as the snow melts, more people are getting outside and tapping some maple trees. And you can learn how to do that yourself. I'll break it down after the break. Plus, your full weather forecast is coming up with Andrew right here next on Newswatch 12 Weekends.
At Len's Truck, we've made the buying experience fast and easy. All our trucks are guaranteed clean, certified, can be bought hassle-free online, and can be delivered right to your door. It's our way of saying thanks to our past and future customers for the last 35 years. And when you buy a Len's Truck, know that you're buying the best used truck money can buy. Go now to lenstruck.com. You'll find over 800 used trucks, all priced to move. Go now to lenstruck.com.
Len's Truck. So much time at home. I need new furniture. Dylan, it's Slumberland's Build Your Room sale. Look what you can get for just $20, $30, or $40 a month. How about a dining room for just $20 a month?
I'm more of a pizza in front of the TV kind of guy. Recliners. I've always wanted a couple of those.
How about two of these for just $30 a month when you spent $1,800 and pay no interest for 5 years?
Well, hello, Slumberland.
A nursing home promises to care for our parents as cherished loved ones. But if your parents have been injured in a nursing home, we can help. Habish, and Rotier. We fight for what's right.
Roofing season is here, and Bear Renovations is the Northwoods' #1 choice in roofing and rain gutter systems. Whether it's shingle roofing or metal roofing, big or small, the Bear does it all. Stop by our showroom just north of Tomahawk on County Road A or call 715-966-6649 today. Remember, you can like us on Facebook, but you'll love us on your roof. Bear Renovations is locally owned and operated. Call the Bear.
Moondeer and Friends Gallery in downtown Boulder Junction offers an eclectic mix of contemporary fine art and craft, antiques, professional custom frame service, and many other smaller gift items, featuring the work of gallery owner Sarah Mender, as well as over 150 other regional artists.
Well, temperatures in the 60s and lots of sun is doing no favors to any snow on the ground. Really, all we're having now is just a very light snowpacks, and really any substantial snow is left in the UP. So that's helping out with that fire risk more for central Wisconsin and a little bit in northern Wisconsin as well. We did have some fires today. So here we go, looking at the wire file total for the season. Fires today 20, and for the year 144 reported so far by the Wisconsin DNR. And that fire threat is going to start subsiding this week as winds start to go light and we start to get more of a wet pattern coming our way. So winds right now still coming out of the south at about 10 to 15 miles per hour. They'll be a little bit gusty at times, upwards of 20 miles per hour, and that will continue into Monday morning. Monday to Tuesday, those winds will take a step back. Tuesday will get breezy again. So today we did have a mix of sun and clouds over the area, a beautiful sunrise to start the day, and then that mix of sun and clouds all day long was right above having gusty winds out of the south. So you definitely heard those trees rustling today, and maybe had a little bit of a mess outside for any loose furniture out there. So winds are going to be subsiding into tomorrow, and we are also having rain on the way. So if we look outside right now for radar and satellite, we're seeing some clouds passing by and bringing those rain showers into tomorrow. We will most likely stay dry throughout tonight. At the most, maybe 1 or 2 sprinkles. Not much to expect our way. Monday, a little more of a chance of having a few more sprinkles. Tuesday is really going to be that big snowfall event. So here we go, timing that out. We're looking Monday morning. It's starting off on kind of the gray side, and then mostly dry in the morning hours. Any rain will be expected more into the afternoon, more towards central Wisconsin. This will be very light, very, very light sprinkles, just enough to kind of get things wet out there and let your wipers go for just a little bit. And Tuesday, we're going to be really packing on the rainfall totals. This is going to be more well-bodied in the afternoon hours, most likely staying more on the dry side to start the day, though still kind of a wet and soggy feel to being outside with overcast skies. So this is going to be going into Wednesday as well. We could have a little bit of a wintry mix on the backside of this, and then we'll dry on out for Thursday, and more showers will be on their way into the weekend. And that does include the possibility of a little bit of snow. So here we go, looking at that future rainfall total, about 1 inch to 0.75 inches widespread across the state will be expected as the system comes on through. So that'll be a decent amount to be helping out with having that fire danger risk really subsided this week. So current temperatures right now in the 50s across the area. It's going to be a really warm overnight tonight. Lows getting down to only the mid 40s, with that average being about 19 for this time of year. So definitely a really pleasant overnight, though it's still doing no favors for that fire risk. So tonight we have increasing cloud coverage, and it's going to be breezy at times into the tomorrow morning. Lows, like I said, getting down to about the middle 40s. Looking ahead at your Monday, we'll have a few light sprinkles, most likely later on in the day. Very, very light, and high temperatures getting up to the middle 50s. Winds will be coming out of the southwest with a pattern change coming out of the northeast by the end of the night. Now here we go, looking at your Northwoods furniture and mattress 7-day forecast. Lots of rain expected to start out your week. We'll have a dry break on your Thursday, and temperatures will be pretty steady after we get through Monday with highs in the 40s all week long. Rachel?
Thank you, Andrew. Competitors got to horse around literally this weekend at the Chisholm Trail Ranch Barrel Race in Merrell, one of the widest indoor riding facilities here in central Wisconsin. Riders were able to compete for time, zooming around 3 barrels to qualify in different sanctioned events.
We've been here for 17 years, and we started out with jackpots, and now they're sanctioned. Just yesterday, we had over 90 in the open, so we had quite a few riders here.
The barrel racing has been going on for 12 years, and riders like Jamie Lesner were breaking records because of the good ground and well-kept setup.
The feeling that you get of training something and then having the opportunity for everything to come together and have a run like that is pretty much phenomenal. It's probably one of the best feelings that you work towards.
Chisholm Trail Ranch offers barrel racing once a month, trial classes, and many other horseback riding opportunities for those interested. The spring weather is officially here, and that calls for harvesting some maple syrup just as those conditions get right. Newswatch 12's Megan Mamlock caught up with a group to learn the process.
Trees for Tomorrow is teaching people how to make maple syrup by drilling, tapping, and dripping.
We noticed that many people were being able to work more remotely and leaving cities and moving up here, and we thought that it would be a really great idea to give them an opportunity to learn about sustainable practices they could do at home.
8 people participated in the program as spring is the perfect time to collect sap with warm days and cold nights.
We learned how to make the collection bags, how to drill the holes in the tree, how many holes you can put in the tree, depending on the diameter. So it's been real educational.
Paul Caskey grew up tapping trees with his grandfather, and after moving back to the area, he wanted to relearn to tap trees on his property.
It's really meant to teach people, whether they have land that's 10 acres or 1/10 of an acre, really simple ways that they can incorporate that more sustainable practice into their home and their everyday life.
The participants of the program got a full understanding of maple syrup, from its history to the whole process of how it's collected, transformed, and packaged.
Class first talk about where the syrup came from and the history of making maple syrup, and then the experience of going out and actually tapping the trees and hanging the bags and oil it and find out about that.
In Eagle River, Megan Mamlock, Newswatch 12.
And if you missed today's opportunities, there will be another maple making syrup program for all ages on March 27th at 9 a.m. For more information, you can contact treesfortomorrow.com. Well, coming up after the break, Griffin Stroim will join us to talk a little bit about sports. Griffin, what do you got for us, man?
Yeah, Rachel, we'll hear from a local group who struggled due to the pandemic, but they're coming on strong now. Plus, the Badgers were in action today. Highlights and more coming all up after the break.
Quality Homes of Tomahawk now sells modular homes built by Wisconsin Homes. Wisconsin Homes has maintained a tradition of building some of the finest homes on the market. Quality Homes also has a large selection of new manufactured and mobile homes. New homes starting at only $38,900. All prices include delivery and setup anywhere in Wisconsin. Whether buying your first home or a cabin getaway, Quality Homes has the experience and expertise to make your dreams a reality.
Stuck on eggs, burnt on batter. You can't escape the nightmare of your sticky pans. Introducing the Granite Stone Pan, the all-new durable non-stick pan. No butter or oil needed. Watch, we melted down these sticky candies in Granite Stone, and it just doesn't stick. We cooked a half a dozen eggs, bacon, cheese, and tomato breakfast with no butter or oil, and it just doesn't stick. Fire flambe or perfectly seared filet, just like the pros. Plus, it's PFOA free and 100% dishwasher safe. Call or go online to get your Granite Stone Pan for just $19.99. Granite Stone is so durable it comes with a 10-year warranty. And with every order, you're going to get a Granite Stone single-serve egg pan absolutely free. We'll even ship your entire order free. You get it all. An incredible value.
To order, call 1-800-898-6703. That's 1-800-898-6703 or order online at buygranitestone.com.
Welcome to the show. I am Ellen DeGeneres. You will be my virtual audience.
Somebody cough. I heard a cough.
Every day, Hollywood's biggest stars and your favorite games.
I wouldn't have missed it for the world.
Ellen's season 18 is so big.
That's not as big as I thought that would be.
Ellen, weekdays at 3 p.m. Sports Watch 12 starts now.
Shooting trap probably isn't the first sport that comes to mind with high school athletics. But in Rhinelander, their club team is getting ready for what they hope is a long season ahead. Sunday was the first practice for the team members. Around 30 kids came out to zero in on their targets. Most of them are returning members of the team. But unfortunately, the pandemic has done a number on the team. In a normal year, it's easy to hold meetings and events to recruit new members. But the past 12 months have been a struggle.
That's one of the hardest things this year because there was no in-person meetings. We tried to do a Zoom meeting. Just getting the word out is just a bugger with this. You know, you can't have anything in person. It's just getting the word out is really the hard part.
Despite the difficulties of growing the group, trap is becoming more popular around the state, and that should allow the club to face strong competition.
We have a conference shoot in June. We have the state shoot in after school's out. 2 years ago, there was more than 1,500 kids there. With the volume of kids coming into trap, I can easily think that will be 1,500, 2,000 kids there. You know, it's coming on strong.
Coach also adds that this year will be full of virtual meets for the team. March Madness has been full of surprises the past couple of days, and it didn't slow down at all. Loyola Chicago over Illinois. That's freaking ridiculous. I had them winning it all. Wisconsin was in action today, also against Baylor, and this time I can actually show you the highlights. No pictures, no drawings. This was a great game. We're going to go to the final seconds of the first half in this one. Wisconsin with the ball. They're going to dish it to their big man, Micah Potter. He sinks the three for Wisconsin. That's a great way to finish the half for them. But just wait a second, Baylor says. Adam Flager at the buzzer. It's good. Bears go up 13 at halftime. And then in the second, Baylor continued to roll. This time, Jared Butler in the corner. That's money. Baylor is in full control in this game. And then the nail in the coffin. The one-handed alley-oop here. Mark Vital. Oh, my goodness. We're going to have to take another look at this one. This is just absolutely ridiculous. Baylor wins this one 76-63. Now, sticking with the Badgers, another selection Sunday happened today. The hockey team found out they will be facing in the first round of the NCAA tournament. Now, for some background, the hockey tournament is only composed of 16 teams, so it's not as many teams that make up the 68 field in basketball. The Badgers are the #1 seed in the Bridgeport Regional. Their first match will be against Bemidji State. The two teams haven't faced each other this year, so there is no familiarity with these two teams. Puck drops this Friday at noon in Bridgeport, Connecticut. If they are able to get past the Beavers, they will have to take on either UMass or Lake Superior State. And if they win that match, they'll go all the way to the Frozen Four in Pittsburgh. But let's not get ahead of ourselves. 11 days. Only 11 days until opening day in Milwaukee. The Brewers announced that Brandon Woodruff would take the mound on opening day against the Twins. But for now, they're still enjoying sunny Arizona. Taking on the Seattle Mariners in this one, we're going to go to the very first inning in this one. Christian Yelich, he has been a little quiet this spring training at the dish this time, but hey, gets a ribby on this one, singles into the outfield. Colton Wong's going to score from third. Brewers off to a good start, up 1-0. Now in the second, Seattle's Jared Kelenic. Deep right field. That's going all the way to that grass outfield, and a fan's going to enjoy the souvenir. He ties this game at 1 apiece. And then in the seventh, the Mariners are up 1. Julio Rodriguez says, you know what? Let's make it 2. We might as well. Deep left center field. That's going all the way, and it's gone. Brewers are going to fall in this one 3-1 the final. And that is all I have in sports. Rachel's got more news coming up after the break.
Roofing season is here, and Bear Renovations is the Northwoods #1 choice in roofing and rain gutter systems. Whether it's shingle roofing or metal roofing, big or small, the Bear does it all. Stop by our showroom just north of Tomahawk on County Road A or call 715-966-6649 today. Remember, you can like us on Facebook, but you'll love us on your roof. Bear Renovations is locally owned and operated. Call the Bear.
Moments of life are special, and suffering from diabetes should not get in the way. US Med's mission is to find ways to make your diabetes more manageable and more comfortable. You deserve to enjoy life without the constant reminder of living with diabetes. If you monitor with 4 or more tests per day, inject insulin 3 or more times per day, or use an insulin pump, you may qualify to receive a continuous glucose monitor, the latest in diabetes technology. A continuous glucose monitor provides blood sugar readings without uncomfortable finger sticks and alerts you real time to potentially harmful spikes in your blood sugar levels. US Med is an approved provider for Medicare and over 500 private insurance companies. If you're a caretaker for someone who suffers from diabetes or have diabetes yourself and meet these conditions, please call our diabetic specialist now to see if you qualify for your continuous glucose monitor.
If you're living with diabetes and using insulin, you know the pain of pricking your fingers over and over again. By wearing a small remote device called a continuous glucose monitor, or CGM, you can reduce the pain of pricking your fingers right away. If you're testing your blood sugar 4 more times per day, injecting insulin 3 or more times per day, or using an insulin pump, call the Diabetic Health Hotline today and learn about the latest CGM technology. Not only can a CGM immediately reduce pain, it's accurate, easy to use, and helps you make better diabetes treatment decisions. And if you have Medicare, you can get a new CGM at little or no out-of-pocket cost. We'll also provide free shipping of your new CGM, and we'll bill your insurance company for you. If you are testing your blood sugar 4 more times per day and injecting insulin 3 or more times per day, or using an insulin pump, call now and learn how to receive your new continuous glucose monitor at little or no out-of-pocket cost.
Welcome back. The Biden administration has announced it's opening a new facility in Pecos, Texas, to house a rapid surge in unaccompanied migrant children entering the U.S. Many are being held in detention centers and tent sites well beyond the legal 3-day limit. Border officials are looking to Washington for help in handling the critical situation. NBC's Jennifer Johnson brings us more.
Dozens of migrants seeking asylum in Texas after crossing the Rio Grande River on rafts. The U.S. is seeing its biggest border surge in decades, a 60% jump in unaccompanied children just in February. Biden administration officials are defending their handling of the crisis, saying its message is clear.
The border is closed. We are expelling families, we are expelling single adults, and we've made a decision that we will not expel young, vulnerable children.
Bed space is scarce, while hundreds of migrant families are being turned away and sent back to Mexico.
The shelters here on account of the pandemic are full. There's very little space to accommodate additional migrants.
The Biden administration is blaming former President Trump for dismantling the system that dealt with migrant children. But Republicans say it's President Biden who has sent out an open border message.
He says he has a plan. I haven't seen a plan. They talk about humane conditions, humanitarian. They have created a humanitarian crisis down here.
The Department of Homeland Security is working on increasing bed space, connecting migrant children with U.S. relatives, and creating a system for people to apply for asylum while in their own countries. But right now, nothing is slowing the surge, which experts believe will only get worse as the COVID-19 pandemic subsides. Jennifer Johnson, NBC News, Washington.
The Biden administration says it's also working with the government of Mexico and Central America to try and slow the surge. When we come back, a look at your final weather. Stick with us. We'll be right back.
Every child, no matter their zip code, should have access to a great public education. As a former teacher and superintendent, I know what it takes. I've led schools to high student achievement, I've expanded preschool, and I've balanced budgets. My opponent has proven she can't be trusted. She tried to cover up a $500,000 school financial scandal. Our kids deserve better. I'm Jill Underly. As state superintendent, I'll always do what's best for our kids.
Relief from back pain. Since 1981, that has been my passion. I created Teeter so people could live healthier, more active lives. I know what it's like to have back pain. When I found Inversion, it changed my life forever, and I believe it can change yours. I'm proud to present the newest, the best, the most comfortable Teeter inversion table ever, the Teeter Fit Spine. The Teeter is easy to use. Simply set it, lock in, recline and relax. In just a few minutes a day in your own home to help relieve back pain, relieve stress, improve posture, rejuvenate joint health, and build core strength.
The Teeter offers natural relief from back pain, targeting the source of the ache by relaxing tense muscles and providing decompression that can help realign the spine, restore nutrients to the discs, and reduce painful nerve pressure. Teeter is the only inversion table brand that has been both safety certified by UL and FDA registered as a 510K medical device.
Pain was part of my life, and not doing the things I love became part of my life. Now that the Teeter's here, Jim is back, and they cannot stop me.
Medical research studies have shown the benefits of inversion, and over 3 million people have put their trust in Teeter to feel better, move better, and live better. I'm in my 80s, and I feel great.
Now you can try the Teeter Fit Spine for 30 days for just $14.95, and we'll ship it to you for free. You'll also get our most popular accessories to add acupressure massage and a deeper lumbar stretch, plus access to the Teeter Link app that helps you expedite recovery and results. Trust Teeter to feel better, move better, and live better.
Call 1-800-313-5715. That's 1-800-313-5715. Or go to myteeter.com. Order now.
Hi, I'm Justin with Miracle-Ear of Wausau. If you're struggling to hear your favorite news or entertainment shows, stop in and see me for a free hearing test.
Welcome back. Well, pretty busy day in weather, Andrew. We had those fire hazards, warnings, and whatnot, plus a little bit of wind. So not the best day for fire departments going out and battling all those fires.
Definitely not, Rachel. Really busy, and the forecast is busy as well. We have rain and possibly a few snow showers on the way. The fire risk is still at a high risk right now with still the dry conditions here and high temperatures. So right now in the 50s across the area. This is really well above average for this time of year, and we'll be dipping down about another 5 to 10 degrees for your overnight lows tonight, and mostly staying dry, though we will have a couple sprinkles coming our way on Monday, most likely in the afternoon, and more significant rainfall coming our way on Tuesday. That'll be over the entire state, and we could be getting up to an inch of fresh rainfall. So here we go, looking at about 3/4 to an inch all across the state, really most significant in western Wisconsin, and then towards the eastern Wisconsin, we'll be getting a little bit less there, about 1/2 to 3/4 of an inch. Now looking at your final forecast one more time, lots of rainfall to start off the week, and then a break on Thursday with partly cloudy skies.
Well, better rain than snow, right? Well, that's it for your news around the Northwoods. I'm Rachel Eiler. See you next weekend.